What's up, boys? Welcome back to another video. Today is week 4 of my current top 25 college basketball teams in the nation, boys. Been a good week of college basketball. Let's get right into it, starting with number 25, Georgia Bulldogs. Unexpected. They lost a lot of talent last year, especially in overall number 1 pick, Anthony Edwards. But I mean, right now they're 6-0 and they're looking good. So good for them. Gotta be honest, I don't expect this to last, but they're 6-0 right now, so I gotta give them some respect while the time lasts. Number 24, moving into the top 25, is St. Louis Billikens, I believe. Billikens? Yeah. So they beat NC State this past week, although they were shorthanded. St. Louis is always one of those somewhat Cinderella teams in the NCAA tournament. They seem to always be in there, and it's another good team this year. So far undefeated, kicking out Oklahoma State, who just lost this past week, and I think they might have lost today as well. So yeah, they're out. On to 23, Xavier. Xavier with a buzzer-beating win today against Marquette. They're looking nice. It's time for Xavier to get some respect in the actual rankings. My rankings they've been in for the past few weeks. But yeah, Xavier definitely 23rd team in the country right now. Number 22 still is the Duke Blue Devils. Haven't played since the last rankings, Anyways, 22 is where they have to stay. Cancel the rest of their non-conference schedule. And yeah, I mean, they're 22nd best team in the nation. I said before the season started, this is the most overrated team in the ACC, or maybe Virginia, but either way, 22 I think is the right spot for him right now. I'm really looking forward to another loss so I can kick him out of the top 25. That would be dope. Number 21, moving down from last week, is the Ohio State Buckeyes, who just lost to Purdue a couple days ago. We're set to play Carolina the other day, but that did get flip-flopped with UCLA, which they did win that game. So yeah, number 21 for Ohio State. Number 20, Missouri Tigers, still undefeated, still with a win against Illinois. And I mean, they're looking good, man. They're looking like a quality basketball team. I definitely did not expect this, and I'm not sure if I expect this to hold throughout the season. But right now, you gotta give them the respect they deserve, and that's at number 20 right now. Number 19, moving up 2 spots from last week, is the UNC Tar Heels, coming off a win against Kentucky a couple of days ago. Pretty good win for us. Obviously, the first half is still whatever's going on with that. Still not looking too good in the first 10 minutes of the first half. But no, we find a way to claw our way back. Fantastic team at drawing fouls. Probably the best, most physical team when it comes to drawing fouls in the nation, and probably one of the best rebounding teams as well. Overall, probably the best front court in the NCAA. Like this team's future. If we can just start being able to shoot the ball outside of Kerwin Walton and Andrew Platek and Puff Johnson and RJ Davis, then there will be a really good team once you can start to get the shots going in. Number 18, moving down, I believe 7 spots, is the Illinois Fighting Illini. 3 losses on the season, which is definitely not what I expected. This is a top quality team, but they actually have been playing tough competition, as you'll see as we go on throughout the rankings. Missouri, Rutgers, and Baylor all beating them. Those are 3 good teams, but Illinois, you did expect them to at least beat Missouri, but it didn't work out for them. So yeah, 18 right now for the Illini. Number 17 is Florida State. Florida State did lose their first game of the season. They looked pretty rough, especially defensively, in the last game. But I didn't want to fault them too much, because I do think this is the most underrated team in the ACC. I do think they're going to be a good quality team going into March. And yeah, so 17 for Florida State right now. Number 16, Texas Tech, who I think only moved down 1 or 2 spots after that loss to Kansas. Really unfortunate for them. They were so close to beating Kansas. That would have been a big riser for them in the rankings. They were unfortunately unable to do it, being their second loss of the season. They got to be at 16 right now, although they did lose to 2 top 10 teams in the nation. Number 15, Michigan. Now, don't get me wrong. I do not think this Michigan team is a top 15 team in the nation. I like the coaching. I like the players. But I don't think they're this high. But I have to give it to them right now because they are one of the last remaining Power 5 undefeated teams. So I got to give them some respect. Don't think this will last, but 15 right now I think is fair. Number 14, moving up a good margin, is Rutgers. Very surprised from Rutgers. Just fighting Illini today. Good win for them. They look really, really good. So I have to move them up. Currently undefeated. They're looking really good. Number 13 is Creighton. Suffering a loss a couple days ago. And then another close one today, actually. Which is why I moved down a little more. So yeah, 13 right now. I really wanted to put Rutgers above them. Couldn't quite do it because they did win the game today. So I will give them 13 for now. I thought this team would be better than they are looking right now. They have played tough competition, but I expected more from Creighton, definitely. Number 12 is still Virginia. Haven't been able to move them. They haven't played very much, but they do have a game against Gonzaga coming up. Looking forward to watch that. I expect that to be a complete and utter blowout. Virginia, in my opinion, is favored in literally 0 ways in that matchup. I don't know how that's going to work out for them. We'll see. But Virginia, as of right now, is 12 in the nation, although I do think they are a worse team than this. Number 11, Wisconsin Badgers. Big win against Louisville, who I was about to put in the rankings if they would have had that game close. But I had to keep them out because they got absolutely obliterated. Wisconsin looked good in that game, man. They were able to Louisville had like 4 points going into like the 10-minute mark of the first half, so wasn't looking good for them there. So yeah, Wisconsin had to be a rider this week. Number 10, finally entering the top 10 for me, the Texas Longhorns. Love this team. Still only lost again to Villanova in a close one. Very good team. Proving that the Big 12 is not as bad as I once thought it was going to be. Number 9 is still Tennessee. Haven't lost, but haven't looked as great as I thought they would. Once they do inevitably eventually lose, they probably will be falling quite a bit. But since they haven't lost yet, I'm not going to rise them, that's for sure. But I definitely cannot fault them for that right now. But I do, I can sense a loss coming for Tennessee. Number 8, West Virginia. Wow. Not what I expected at all from West Virginia. Fantastic team. Gonzaga, unfortunately, did beat them. But I don't know how you beat Gonzaga right now. They're going to have a really bad day for you to beat them. So yeah, number 8 for West Virginia. Love the coaching. Love the players. Really, really good front court. Great team in West Virginia. Number 7 is Houston. Houston has not played for a while, but they definitely have proved that they are a top 10 team in the nation. And number 7 right now is where they're going to be. As for number 6, continuing to move up, although I do sense a loss coming. I do not think this team is a top 6 team in the nation, but right now, number 6 is where they have to be because they haven't lost, and they've beat some pretty good teams. And Duke is not one of them, I'll tell you that much right now. So yeah, Michigan State looking pretty good, number 6 right now. Number 5 is Iowa, moving down 2 spots after their loss to Gonzaga. And the main reason, I was going to put them at 4, but I did decide to push someone up a spot ahead of Iowa because this Iowa team, fantastic offensively, but their defense is basically non-existent. They couldn't guard some cardboard cutouts if they wanted to. Iowa defensively is not cutting it, and that's the main reason I don't think this is a championship contender right now. The defense has to improve, or I just can't see them doing that much in the tournament. Number 4, moving up above Iowa, is the Villanova Wildcats, who have been getting better and better week after week. Starting out the season, they had a couple close games and a loss that they did suffer, but week after week, game after game. You can see that they're improving, and they are a top 5 team in the country. Number 3, Kansas Jayhawks. What a team, bro. Again, only lost to Gonzaga, which is a very, very good loss to have. Obviously, you'd rather win, but that is the best team to lose to. That will almost fault you none when it comes to the seeding in the NCAA tournament. So yeah, Kansas right now, great team, great coaching. Number 3 now, definitely. Number 2 is the Baylor Bears. Baylor haven't seen anything to convince me that they are not the number 2 team in the nation. But obviously, can't have a number 1 because obviously number 1 is, of course, the Gonzaga Bulldogs. Gonzaga is far and away the best team in the country, not debatable. They've played a really, really tough schedule, and they've performed really, really well in each and every game. So that's why they're number 1 this week, and I see them being number 1 in the future for a long time. So guys, that's my rankings for this week. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like, subscribe, press the post notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next one.